Good morning, DSST, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to see you. It is a beautiful day. Today, I'm very excited. We have a special guest, Miss Bess. Welcome. Welcome. Hello.
Thank you so much for having me here, Mr. Reaven.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a debate about the Denver International Airport. That's right. No, ooh. Logical, realistic. This is a totally normal thing. But here's the topic. Is the Denver International Airport part of a larger conspiracy? Absolutely not. Miss Bess disagrees. We're going to fight it out. No violence, but I'm going to win. You're going to judge, ladies and gentlemen. And here's how we're going to do it. We're going to be judged based on quality of argument, professionalism, logical reasoning, and then at the end of this, you're going to vote just straight up in your email about who won. It's going to be me. Not Miss Bess, and it's going to be great. Here are our arguments. This is definitely a conspiracy at DIA. That's Miss Bess's argument. My argument is there is no way a conspiracy is happening at DIA. It just doesn't make sense. First arguments with Miss Bess.
Thank you, Mr. Reaven. Next slide, please. Okay, so I want to start by saying I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist, and there are theories about the Denver airport that I do not buy. I don't think that lizard people live in the tunnels of DIA. I don't think that the airport has ties to Nazis, and I don't think it's haunted. But there is one theory that I am completely convinced is valid, and it is that Denver International Airport is a bunker for the Illuminati during an impending apocalypse that is coming soon.
Beyonce is not in the Illuminati.
Yeah, if anyone is in the Illuminati, Beyonce is in the Illuminati. Continue. Next slide.
Beyonce is an angel. She is not in the Illuminati.
The Illuminati is full of angels. You can be beautiful and be in the Illuminati. My first point is that our airport was an unnecessary build. So there was nothing wrong with the Stapleton Airport, the one that was originally there since the early 1920s. And when they built the new airport, it actually had less capacity than the old airport. So it's not like they were even trying to expand or anything. And then they chose to put this airport 25 miles from downtown. That's like the farthest in the United States, so that if the city is attacked, the airport is still a safe spot.
Yeah, which is just like good reasoning. That has nothing to do with the... All right, keep going. Keep going.
Okay. So the next one is the mysteries around construction. So the airport was much, much, much more expensive than they expected it to be. It was $2 billion over budget. Where did that money come from for the airport? I'll tell you where. The Illuminati provided.
Oh my God, you're so wrong. Keep going.
So correct. Then it was 16 months behind schedule. So it took them 16 months longer to build than they expected, which, just to let you know, that's crazy in construction world. And then one of my friends who works for United Airlines has given me expert testimonial that she herself has been down to some of those tunnels and has seen some pretty crazy things. Some doors do not enter, had some crazy interactions.
That doesn't sound crazy. That sounds like a reasonable thing to have in an airport. Also, who is this unnamed friend? Sounds like a fictionary person.
Okay, well, in my rebuttal, I will show you a photo of her, and I will show you the text because I asked her about it today.
She sounds
amazing. Next slide, please. Okay, so here is a blueprint of 5 buildings that were mysteriously buried during the early days of construction at Denver Airport. Now, these were 5 larger buildings that were fully constructed and subsequently deemed to have been positioned incorrectly weird. So, but instead of just knocking them down, they were buried. They are still there. They are under the airport, secretly. Next slide, please.
Oh my God. This is wild conjecture.
I'm only on point 2. Just let me keep it coming.
How many points are there?
5 points.
Oh my God.
5 points. For the 5 buildings. That's why I did 5. Multiple construction workers who were building this have reported that they were involved in building a complex system of tunnels below the airport, separate from the ones for the trains. So they said something funky was happening down there. Next slide, please.
Okay, we got something funky was happening is your argument. Keep going.
Complex system of tunnels. Now we come to the dedication stone, which is perhaps the most compelling argument. This sign right here in the middle, the G that I've got the arrow to, is actually the Freemason symbol. The Freemasons are the oldest secret society in the world. People think that they have roots back to the Middle Ages, and they're kind of like the precursor to the Illuminati. They're like, it's hard to know where the Freemasons end and the Illuminati begins.
It's hard to know anything with your argument. Keep going.
Oh, then we have some math mystery, and I'm not sure if you can handle this addition, but this date, March 19th of 1994, when this went up, when you add up those numbers, they get you to the number 33. 33 is the highest level that you can reach in a Freemason hierarchy. Not a coincidence, okay? So looking at this a little bit closer, something very important I wanted to also note is that it says New World Airport Commission. That thing does not exist. It's not a real thing.
How do you know that?
I read it on the internet.
All right. You found it on Google?
Multiple sources. I've been really doing this all day.
You found it on Google?
I am positive. It does not exist, but it does sound a whole lot like New World Order, which is just another name for the Illuminati. So it's really right there. Really right there. We've got our Freemason symbol. We've got our Illuminati down here. That's what's happening. Next slide, please. In Denver, on September 27th of 2011, he has two good reasons that he could have been here. There's Obama in Denver at a different time. One is that there was a comet called Elenin. I'm not sure if that's how it's pronounced, but everyone thought that it was going to, not everyone, many people thought it was going to collide with Earth, and it could be so catastrophic that it takes us back to the Stone Ages. So Obama was here seeking protection, as he is obviously like a member of the Illuminati. He was in Denver, so he had a place to hide. The other option is that he was conducting a top secret nuclear test. So he was in Denver under the airport doing that.
You think that there was a nuclear test happening under the airport?
There were rumblings in Lodo. Yes.
There was
many people reported hearing crazy things that day.
A nuclear explosion under the airport?
It was a nuclear test, not an explosion. So it wasn't like a bomb, but it was like rumblings. I don't know what that sounds like. I wasn't there in 2011, but I imagine that you would hear it in lower downtown, which is what happened to people.
Wait. We need to talk about this. The argument is in lower downtown, 30 miles from the airport. Yes. They heard rumblings that we are attributing to the airport?
Yes.
All right.
I'll send you the expert article if you'd like.
I'm gonna let our audience sit with that.
This is just the last one, and it's about the art, which is undeniable, and it's probably the reason that's brought up the most. This art is crazy. When you go to the airport, you do not need to see apocalyptic art, but that is what we are seeing here. So this quote from the actual website says the first half of the mural shows children displaying great sadness over the destruction and extinction of life. Humanity coming together to rehabilitate and celebrate nature after an apocalypse.
Yeah, it's a tale as old as time.
The only reason that you've got any humanity coming together after an apocalypse is if you have a place to store them in, like a bunker, which is where this is all taking place at.
There is no bunkers associated with this artwork?
It's down below them. It's down below them. Okay, this piece of art, I don't know if you've ever seen this. It is in front of one of those murals, and it's AUAG, which you would think are the symbols for silver and gold. But,
that's right, logically.
That meaning is called into question when you find out that one of the founders of the airport also discovered a new deadly strain of hepatitis known as Australia antigen, also known as AUAG. This could be a potent weapon in biological warfare. So we're not even talking about like nuclear apocalypse. If we're talking about biological apocalypse, which we're kind of in right now, right? Then this would be one of the causes potentially, and it's right there next to that mural. It's crazy.
That seems an awful lot like only a coincidence.
I don't know.
All right, give me Lucifer.
There's Lucifer. Lucifer was commissioned in 1993, almost as old as Miss Bess, right? Didn't actually go up till many, many years later. And then it killed the artist, Luis Jimenez. When he was creating it, he died. It fell on top of him. Did he know something that he shouldn't know? Did someone set this horse up to fall on him? His final message to the world, was in the eyeballs, the glowing eyeballs, the fourth horseman of the apocalypse. And there we have it.
All right. Is it my turn now?
I guess.
The professional one?
We'll see. We'll see. I'll just be sitting here scowling at you.
Yeah, I expect you to scowl aggressively. All right. All right. Argument one, you're talking about secret societies. Now, let's bring up this picture. You brought up this picture. I'm going to bring it up too. Yes, there's absolutely a Freemasonry group that helped create the airport. No arguments.
All right, so we should shut off the debate and everyone should go vote for me.
It was named by an arts advocate, the New World Order, named by an arts advocate in order to celebrate DIA's opening. That's where it came from. In addition, the strange markings that you're talking about is from Navajo language background. That's where it's coming from. Seems strange because the ones that we were talking about, the numbers, and the right above that, that's what we're talking about. Those strange markings. So keep that in mind. Yes. In addition, let's talk about that artwork. You brought it up last. I'll talk about a lot of these different artwork. Murals. Everyone says, like you said, it's a crazy story. No, it's a story of hope. It's a story of joy. People just got to read the whole thing. You just got to read the whole thing.
Oh my God.
Blucifer. It is creepy. I am not denying it is creepy.
Okay.
But it has nothing to do with like the Illuminati. It is creepy. The red eyes, they are for his father who worked in neon lights. That's where it comes from.
The horse's father?
No, the artist's father.
Okay.
The artist's father, his eyes made him red because it's neon. That's why.
Also, the last sign to the world of what he knew.
Also, art kills people sometimes. I can't think of another example, but
what's another example?
It happens at least once. It's a real thing.
Okay, okay.
Anytime you're working on something that large is dangerous. That's right. That's right. All right, bunkers. There are no bunkers. What there is 470,000 square feet of underground space for baggage.
Have you seen the blueprints yourself, Mr. Reaven?
I'm citing the Denver Post as opposed to just the internet. And so let's go ahead and cite our sources if you'd like. It was abandoned at different times because of efficiency. You talked a lot about the idea of like, where did all that money go? I think it's much more logical to assume that the government is just inept as opposed to there's secret conspiracies. Government just didn't know what they were doing.
$2 billion doesn't just appear, Mr. Reaven. It has to come from somewhere like a private donation.
Yeah, they had a public-private organization. All right, now let's talk about this real conspiracy. Look at this. This is a picture of the museum inside the airport. This is a fake skull. This is all fake, made up to like just lean into it. If it was all real, why would they be trying to advertise it? There's no reason.
Because this is a classic psychological tactic. You're going to give into it a little bit so then everyone is doing exactly what you're doing. Real minds don't just let go after that. Real minds stick with it and go in harder, and that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely not. I think that is very silly. And that's it. That's all I have. Ladies and gentlemen, I won. But I won. You should vote to show that I won. And
remember how professional I look.
You do look very professional. I will agree. The glasses really help, but you only wore them for the debate. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple quick announcements. One, please send shout outs to Mr. Reaven by Wednesday at 5 p.m. Anything else, Ms. Bess? Any other announcements?
Vote for Ms. Bess.
Don't forget that today is a dress down day, ladies and gentlemen. You should always stack your chairs.